Hey guys, Game 10 Master Doe here, and welcome to my review of Pikmin. Now, before we start the video, I am going to explain to you how my reviews work, because you guys don't know and I just want to tell you. So here's how it works. My review is in 3 main parts. In this list here, there's 8 parts, but the 3 main parts are numbers 3, 4, and 5. Reviews of gameplay, reviews of design, and reviews of polish. Review of gameplay is basically I review how the gameplay of the game is and how the mechanics work and all that stuff. Review of design is basically I review the graphics and the sound and stuff and if it's good or bad or not. And finally, review of polish is basically how well they kind of bended to what the game needed and how well they touched up on the graphics and gameplay and all the glitches and stuff. It's hard to explain, but you'll see it. But before all of that, I basically tell you the summary of stories, controls, the mechanics, and afterwards I give you my verdict. A rate out of 30, 10 in each main subject, 10 in gameplay, 10 in design, and 10 in polish. Now that that's explained, let's get on with the review. In the game Pikmin, you control a commander named Captain Olimar, who is on an interstellar vacation, but then gets struck down by an asteroid. Then he crash lands on a nearby planet and has to find 30 of his ship parts before 30 days or else he'll die. To help him on his way are the creatures called Pikmin. Pikmin are weak individually, but are very strong when in groups. This allows Pikmin to carry large objects and fight enemies that are bigger than them. You can create more Pikmin by killing enemies or plants, then bringing them back to the start area, or as it's called, the onions. Olimar finds 3 types of Pikmin throughout the game, and each one has its own special ability. The controls for Olimar are as followed. A is to throw Pikmin / pluck them, X is to divide them into groups, Y is to open up your map, B is to call them back at a distance, L is to change your camera, it'll change depending on where Olimar is facing, R is to change the camera zoom, Z is to change the camera angle, and the C stick lets Olimar rally Pikmin to a certain area. Pikmin is a real-time strategy game, so you'll be micromanaging your Pikmin, what they fight, what they carry, and how to use them. Pikmin is a bit different from other real-time strategy games since you're only controlling one person. This makes the game pretty original and sets the brand for Pikmin. The Pikmin's AI is pretty straightforward and they basically do what you want them to do, but sometimes it does mess up a bit. For example, they will pick up stuff what you don't want them to pick up. Or they will look for stuff to carry and then they'll go into battles without you being there. Sometimes the Pikmin's AI is unpredictable and things can get really screwed up. Although I have to give Nintendo some credit because when you're throwing Pikmin, they go into organized lines set by their color. This makes it a lot easier to keep track of them. The other creatures in Pikmin are pretty smart too. I have no problems with their AI. And even though I know that Olimar is supposed to rely on the Pikmin for survival, all Olimar can do without Pikmin is punch. He can't jump, he can't climb, he can't even defend for himself. The music in Pikmin is calm and soothing, perfect for a natural environment game. Also, the music changes depending on what situation you're in. If you go into battle after just walking along, the music will change. Also, the sound effects that the Pikmin make give them personality. The Pikmin are kind of cute, but you know that they're working very hard to achieve their goal. All of the sound effects in this game are perfect. The enemies sound like wild beasts, like they should, and the various sound effects are right on the spot. This is a pretty nice looking game for the Gamecube. It seems that every place has a texture built for it. All the animal and monster models look great and original, and there are environments that you can interact with. Although I have to say, the camera angle really limits this game's beauty. If you could see all the trees and the shrubbery and the plants and stuff, this game would look magnificent. But instead, you're stuck with an overhead view of Olimar's big head. This game keeps a steady pace of frames even though there are so many objects on screen. If there's one complaint I could make about the models, it would be that Olimar's and the Pikmin models look so plain. They could have really added textures to Olimar's spacesuit. This game's polish could be a bit better. Objects slide around a lot, which can be good or bad depending on what angle you're at. There are a bunch of glitches involving the Pikmin's AI and the game's ability to count Pikmin, and there should have been some kind of game mode where you didn't have any time limit. Where the polish of this game does come in is where Olimar and the development of the other creatures are. The development team for this game obviously put a lot of thought into Olimar and how he reacts to each situation. In each cutscene, Olimar gives out a blurb of his thoughts. This gives the player a better understanding of who Olimar is. Furthermore, all the creatures in the game, including the Pikmin, are truly great acts of imagination. They are creative and unique to the Pikmin world. It's like you get to see a whole other ecosystem or something. This game has obviously been planned and greatly thought out. Okay guys, it's time for my review summary. In my review of gameplay, the mechanics are original and works, micromanaging the Pikmin is fun. The Pikmin's AI is unpredictable and annoying, but otherwise okay. The enemy's AI is pretty okay, and Olimar has limited actions. In my review of design, the music is calming and fits the theme. It also bends to the situation you're in. Sound effects give the Pikmin personality. All other sound effects are pretty okay. Textures are fantastic, creature models are great, but Olimar and Pikmin's models don't look that great. And finally, for my review of polish, game's physics are a bit glitchy. There are a bunch of glitches for the Pikmin AI and Pikmin count. The 30-day time limit keeps people from exploring the game. Olimar has an extremely well thought out personality, and all the creatures in the game basically make a new ecosystem. Overall, Pikmin is a great experience. The gameplay is original, micromanaging Pikmin is fun, the graphics are pretty good, the sound is music to your ears. This is a very well thought out game. Although the Pikmin's AI could be a bit better, the camera angle could be a bit better, and it's kinda strange to see Pikmin pushing objects that are not actually carrying. I give the gameplay an 8 out of 10, the design an 8.5 out of 10, the polish a 7 out of 10, and overall, it's a 23.5 out of 30. I definitely recommend, but it could be a little bit better. Anyways, that was my first review, my Pikmin review. I hope to see you guys next time when we review yet another game. Be sure to check out my channel, as well as comment, rate, and subscribe. Well, I'll see you guys later.